You are now listening to LauerRoadRadio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the #1 podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, thug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
LauerRoadRadio.
Let's get it.
What? At Tanagro, when the walls fell. What is going on? Listen, we can't have competing theme songs.
It was a mistake. I was just making sure my phone was
Are you watching Steven Crowder instead of being on our show?
It's a better podcast.
We're recording our show, and while we're doing it, you're watching Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I like Crowder.
Listen, it's quality entertainment. He knows what he's doing.
It's more than just entertainment.
It's infotainment.
It is infotainment.
Uh-huh.
We're neither.
No. We're definitely not info.
We're kind of tame it. We're just tame it, not enter.
You're not entertainment. We're exitainment.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, quality exitainment. That's our show. Mm-hmm.
What's the opposite of info?
Info. Outfo.
Outfo.
Exitainment. We're
Outfo Exitainment.
I think we got the name of the episode.
Outfo Exitainment.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
Outfo Exitainment.
It is Outfo Exitainment.
Now, I'm going to have to warn the listener.
Yeah.
And you and all of you in here. I might have the COVID. I don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm kind of hoping. Have you got it?
I think so.
Yeah.
How bad is it if you're like, yeah, I think I had it?
Well, I'm like, I hope I have it because if I don't, then I think I have strep throat, and
worse.
And I don't want strep throat. I'd rather have the new variant, like the
Delta,
the Omega variant, or whatever the next
that's the one that
is.
you're dead. That's the Omega.
The Omega. That's like literally does
kill all.
But so I've been under the weather.
Yeah.
So two things. First of all, my voice is a little bit deeper than normal.
Yeah.
So
I thought you just start picking up smoking.
If you think I thought about it.
Yeah.
I have a deal with the kids. They told me I can't smoke, but I want to start smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
So we worked it out and we landed on 70. That's the age at which I'm allowed to smoke a pipe. Abby doesn't want me to smoke, but I said, well, how about once I'm 70?
Yeah.
Can I start smoking a pipe then? And she said, okay, by the time you're 70, you're allowed to start smoking a pipe. So
I do now.
I know you do.
You know.
I'll live to 70 though. So
I will too. I told you 140.
Yeah. Okay.
Your stats on the oldest living person were wrong. I didn't want to correct you in the moment though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Two
I mean, we
episodes
talked,
ago.
yeah, but I don't remember that.
Well, I do.
He was like 160 something, right?
Oh no, it was like 124.
Is the oldest living person?
It was the oldest ever to live. It wasn't.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It's not.
according to your internet, it is.
According
to your
Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, the
cheapest
Guinness
signing.
Book of World
No,
Records.
it was Ripley's Believe It or Not.
That rag. Ripley's. Wait a minute. So Ripley's Believe It or Not says this guy, and Guinness says this guy.
Yeah.
So, but Ripley's gives you the opportunity to be like, maybe this isn't true.
Oldest person to ever live. 100.
Wouldn't it be the oldest person to ever die?
Well, I think it was Methuselah. He's 964 years old or something like that.
Something like that. I don't know, but there were different
Enoch still hasn't died yet.
situations.
I mean, he's
going
still
on
going
back then.
strong.
He's
thousands of years old.
Mm-hmm. He's an
Hey,
ancient.
before we forget,
Yeah.
let's do the Bob Ross thing.
Okay. So we've been saying on the show, send in $20 to Bob Ross's son because we feel bad that he's not getting any reciprocals because of the Bob Ross documentary.
Right. And so we gave Jesse homework to find the address that we could
could tell
money.
people to send, was it Robert Ross?
Stephen?
Robert Stephen Ross.
Robert Stephen.
So to send Steve $20, and we figure if every American sends him $20, just out of a thank you for what your dad did, that it should cover it.
Every household.
So that's our stance.
I mean,
every household.
I'm not doing $20 to everybody in my family.
That'd be like $480
I know.
or something.
That's crazy talk.
So, but Jesse has some new information that we don't know. So what is it?
So over the past couple of weeks, I've been infiltrating a Boycott Bob Ross Inc. Facebook group.
Okay.
I've been in deep.
Okay.
Right? And it seems that you guys are not the only people to have ever tried to set up something or to send him money. It has been well documented that he wants none of it.
That's even more of a reason to send it.
From the sounds of it, these people have emailed him, have set up GoFundMes that have literally raised tens of thousands of dollars, and they need a bank account to put it in, and they try to get a hold of him, and he's like, doesn't even answer.
I'll give him my bank account. I'll make sure it goes where it needs to go.
I know, that's what I thought. I was like, hey, I have his bank account.
This guy, he's got a bank account.
This guy.
So
he doesn't want any part of it.
Hundreds, if not thousands, of people have tried to contact him, and he is not doing it.
That's why we have to send him $20 cash in the mail.
Yeah, but we can't even get his address.
That's what we need. We need to find his address.
He is. I
feel like they interviewed him at his house, so
we can.
If you could just figure out the city that he lives in, you just walk around with like the iPad.
Listen, I feel like 35 minutes on Google, I could figure it out.
I've spent hours.
Did you go to Google, Google Maps?
I did. Here's the thing. Again, I think Bob Ross Inc.
Yahoo?
No, I did not. I think Bob Ross Inc. has SEO'd him out of being even able to find anything on him. Because
listen.
His name,
I mean, I'm a Google master.
All right. Well.
How do you find the dark web? Like, where is that a different kind of computer or a different browser or something? Linux. How does that work? Linux?
Uh-huh.
People talk about the dark web.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like, I don't even know.
People talk about stuff that's on the dark web, and I know it's some inappropriate bad things, but you also wonder maybe there's some information on there that, you need to know.
I bet you the people at Bob Ross Inc. know his address. Oh, next assignment, I'm going to infiltrate Bob Ross Inc.
Oh, there it is.
And be like,
there
hey,
it is.
I want to take this guy down. He's talking some major smack
from the inside. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know. So that'll be in stasis until we get some more information about that. So my voice is James Earl Jones low tonight. I almost didn't even come.
Yeah.
Because even speaking today hurt, but that's why I'm chewing ice. The ice. I should have brought some ice cream. You would think so?
Yeah.
In this, whatever's going on with me, the hot just makes it worse.
So it's not a normal. You probably
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I've been speaking Chinese lately. Is that a problem? Is that yeah? Oh, that is a running joke with my kids. I don't think this is racist, but a running joke.
But I'm going to say, I don't think it's racist, but I'm going to let it fly.
Is I don't know how this could be racist. It just makes me look stupid, which is they'll say something and I'll say something like, well, you know how to say that in Chinese, don't you? Like, Dad, you don't know how to speak Chinese. Yeah, I'll say whatever you want me to say. What do you want? I can speak it. Tell me when the dog ran down the hill. Ching chong ching. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's spot on. So anyway, so I'm not myself. I might not be speaking as much. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But we got stuff to talk about.
I think our voices sound more similar at this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
that could be a problem. I don't know.
It doesn't. It's not quite as easy on the ears. Like if you're just listening,
because it's just like one voice.
Now, like this is a good time to point out we are on like every platform.
Yeah, even on the dark web.
We're on the dark web, the Dark Podcast too. Network, the Dark Podcast Network. We're video and audio. So if you only ever listen to us, I mean, we have a large audio audience.
Oh yeah.
So if you've never watched us, just check us out on YouTube.
Just honestly, whatever way you find us,
look for another way.
Just hold on and don't let go.
Yeah. We do need some new Apple reviews because the Maple Story is still on there, and I want to bury the Maple Story. Like the fish slappers.
The Maple Story is when we first got started.
This is like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago. Jason hired some. Was that five?
The Fiverr
people.
Yeah.
To review our show. So they, I guess, just created a bunch of accounts and just gave us a bunch of reviews.
But I think they were like Chinese people.
Oh, but somehow they had messed us up. And so instead of, so somehow they had confused us with another podcast called Maple Story. And so we have like 6 reviews on Apple
about Maple Story,
about how great the guys from Maple Story are. So we thought about changing our name just because there's so many good Maple Story reviews.
Yeah.
Well, and if Maple Story Podcast paid them more than you guys did at the time, you could have thousands.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
If Maple Story ever made it big and we didn't, I'd be pretty upset.
I don't know. I doubt that they're a thing anymore. I mean, anybody. Well, anyway. So, anyway, Jason,
that probably wasn't a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
because when people read the reviews now, the Maple Story,
it's pretty obvious. Like, what the heck is going on here?
We need some real reviews.
We need some real reviews.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, anyways,
all right.
If you haven't done that, do that. Jesse's laughing.
Jesse's just giggling over there. Okay, so Jason, what do you got going on today?
I got lots of things.
All right.
I wanted to do how soon are you going to ask for the thing you asked for?
We can do that right now.
Let's do that now because I'm going to play another theme song for you.
So you've got me listening to Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
Is the name of the show just Steven Crowder? Or is that just
Louder with Crowder?
Louder with Crowder.
Yeah.
No, I don't listen to it every day. Maybe once a week I listen to it.
He's on Monday through Thursday.
Yeah. And I love the theme song. It's not as good as our theme song. Shout out to Dave Caminetti.
Yeah.
I mean,
he watched last week, made a comment.
Yeah, Dave's the best.
Yeah.
But I love Steven Crowder's theme song. I don't know if it's original to him. I don't know what it is.
No,
I don't know.
It's an 80s Canadian band.
Okay.
Now this is a remix. This isn't the original.
So I asked Levi the other day because Levi listens to it or watches it. And I said, I don't even, do you know what they're even singing? Like the tune gets stuck in my head.
You're a strange animal.
I want to sing it. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was.
You're a strange animal. That's what I know.
I thought it was Funyuns Eat Cannonballs. That's what I know. That's all I heard. No. Funyuns eat cannonballs. That's what I know. Funyuns eat cannonballs. Cannonballs.
Should I hit it?
Yeah. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's,
You hear it now.
You're a strange animal.
Yeah. Strange Animal is the original song, and it's by some band called like Go On or something like that. It's a Canadian band.
Okay.
And you got to watch a music video. It is like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, these guys were on LSD or something when they did it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really good. It's dated for the 80s,
but
Canadian
it still
80s.
Kind of like works today.
It does work. Now, that's a remix. That's like a digital remix. The original feels like an 80s song, synthesizer.
And Steven Crowder's Canadian.
Yeah, so I think that's probably... I don't know.
Is he Canadian or is he American?
Well, I think he has dual citizenship, but I think he...
Can they send him back?
Well, I don't think we want to send him back.
No, I don't want to, but I'm sure they want to.
They want to claim him. Who's they?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan of Louder with Crowder, and the reality is we will probably never cross paths.
Oh, I don't think that's the case. I think we'll definitely cross paths.
You think so?
100%. We live in the same world as he does. Once we do.
We do all live in the same world. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and we have very similar viewpoints about things.
We do.
We have we're in the same medium, you know.
I mean, he's infotainment.
Yes,
We're
and as we get more popular, and as the show continues to grow, our path will cross with his, and he will come on our show, and we'll come on his, and it'll be great.
Listen, I just don't want to sound desperate.
I'm not desperate.
Here's the thing.
I just think it's going to happen.
Listen, because I listen to a lot of podcasts at this point, and I watch a lot of things. Some things are really out there, like UFOs, aliens. I mean, I do it all. And of all the shows, that one's my favorite. That's like
I'd like to have
dream
him on,
to be on that.
and I'd like to have Eric Metaxas on.
Oh, you know that is.
Eric Metaxas, I mean, he has people on like Mike Lindell.
I like Mike Lindell.
Yeah, I'm sure. He has all sorts of people on.
What's his name?
Metaxas.
And what?
He's an author.
Okay.
And he has a show. And,
where's he based out of?
New York City.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to go on his show. At least Crowder's in Texas.
He wrote a great book. I don't even just have it. He wrote a great book about Dietrich Bonhoeffer. That's fantastic. I mean, he's an amazing author, but he has also this, and he interviews a lot of people, and he's been kicked off of Twitter, YouTube, all sorts of stuff all the time. And he's a funny guy too. I want to be on his show, and vice versa. I think Eric Metaxas and Steven Crowder, we will cross those.
Not in the same episode.
I think they get along swimmingly. Mm-hmm.
What about Ben Shapiro?
Yeah,
I don't think Ben Shapiro gets along with anybody.
No,
does he?
No, I don't think so. He's sitting there playing his violin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we ever do get in our new studio, whenever that does happen, that's, I think, when we hit the guest hard.
Yes.
When we get them on. Now, we got to get them to Marion.
No problem.
You know, I mean, we're kind of between Columbus and Toledo.
Marion.
So if anybody's driving to Toledo, we could grab you.
It's a top 10 city in the county.
The Tri-County area.
I'd say it's top 10 Tri-County area.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you got Galleon, you got Bucyrus, you got Upper Sandusky.
Yeah.
Uppers.
I mean, that's your 1, 2, 3.
I mean, for the
Farmer Bob would make a big push for Bucyrus. Anytime
the Bratwurst Festival.
Listen, anytime you talk about any food, I don't care how it could be the most like foreign type food that you could ever sushi or whatever. And Bob's like, that's nothing. There's a place in Bucyrus that's way better than that.
I lived
it's
in Bucyrus
always
for a
Bucyrus.
year.
Yeah.
And as far as being a foodie, a small town foodie town, they have like a Greek place and then a Chinese place. Listen, the Chinese place is dirty there.
Yeah.
But we still go. Everyone's like, oh yeah,
Marion has a
down again.
Chinese place.
We got a dirty Chinese place too.
It's dirtier in Bucyrus, man.
But it's better.
There's bugs everywhere, and you watch them make your.
Do
food
they serve cat?
Probably.
Because we do.
I mean,
that one got in trouble for serving cat.
Which one?
Well, it doesn't exist anymore. Bouse of Bunan. No,
I don't think I could ever figure that one out.
No, it was. It doesn't exist anymore. It was on the other side of town, over by like Sims.
Okay,
there was a place. There was cats missing, and they got in trouble for serving them.
You know what? It's an epidemic, the cats. So take care of it.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Okay. So I've got a theme song. We did this last week.
Last week was. It
was Matlock. Do you know Matlock?
He wouldn't.
No.
He's a loser.
He doesn't know anything. Now this is super iconic.
Okay.
Why do you do it that way?
I don't know. It makes me nervous.
No,
like I'm not going to get it.
This is going to be listen. You will get this as quick, if not quicker, than the last one.
I don't like that pressure.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
How do you not know this? Do you not know
Is
this?
it A-Team?
No. It's coming. Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. My brain's not working well today.
Knight Rider.
Yes, that's Knight Rider. You know what?
Do you not know Knight Rider?
No, he wouldn't know Knight Rider. I got a Knight Rider car when I was a kid.
Old, okay.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I got to say, I've not watched Knight Rider very much.
No, but when we were kids,
on when I was a kid, but I was like aware of it. Like I had the toys, but we weren't allowed to watch it. Like I
think it was like at 8:00 at night.
Yeah,
and this was a primetime show.
That's a great song. I don't.
Listen, it was.
I feel bad.
Way ahead of its time.
Knight Rider.
Listen, it was a smart car.
Yeah,
we have smart cars today, but
it wasn't that smart. I mean, our cars now aren't as smart as that car was.
I think someday they will be.
I hope not.
I mean, that car is like solving crime.
Talked.
Yeah, it talked.
Okay.
Yeah, but more than just talked. It thought and talked.
Yeah,
like
it had a personality.
Yeah, and it was like in a semi truck, And so for some reason, the semi truck's like just driving around. Whenever they needed to get it out, it would like drop a ramp and it would back up on the freeway.
Super inefficient for gas mileage and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why the semi truck was just driving around with the car in it.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It doesn't have to.
But it was the actor.
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. Mm-hmm. One of America's greatest.
What's the Mount Rushmore of David Hasselhoff? Knight Rider. Baywatch.
I know that one.
Yeah, you would.
Now, he was featured in a SpongeBob movie.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was
one too.
SpongeBob movie.
Yeah. We got one more thing. Now, he's in a...
he's big in Germany.
Yeah, so there's a Starlight, I think. It's a Mystery Science Theater. It's one of the new ones. They make fun of a movie that he was in. And that movie was like a total... They try to rip Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like really bad. Like it was... I mean, it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
So it's fun to go watch.
All right.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. David Hasselhoff, apparently not a big enough repertoire to make a Mount Rushmore out of.
Not immediately. No. But, I mean, the two things he was on is pretty iconic.
Okay.
I mean, Baywatch and Knight Rider.
Sure.
Cars and Chicks.
Cars and Chicks.
Yeah.
How could it get more American?
Okay. What do you got?
All right.
Your fancy Apple Watch.
I love it is a fancy Apple Watch. You wouldn't understand.
You live in a loft.
I live in a loft. You don't understand, but then again, how could you? Anyway, I just feel like that's the most pretentious thing you could say.
Yeah.
Is that when you're trying to like make somebody feel better about not understanding what you're talking about? Oh, I see. You don't understand, but how could you? Now it occurs to me, how could you ever understand when you don't live in a loft? You see, because when you live in a loft, not just go to one or be aware of the existence, but when you really live in a loft, but then again, I could never explain it to you. You know what I mean? How could you understand? So
and why are you not smoking a pipe listening to a vinyl record right now?
I've been waiting to set up my record player.
Yeah.
Until I get all the walls painted. Today I did final touch up on my wall paint. So hopefully tomorrow I'll hang my speakers and the record player will be set up. I bought this whole converter to convert my TV sound so that I can run it to my record player speakers from digital to analog so that I can... Anyway, it's like a whole thing I got going on.
Okay.
Jason looks confused.
But
listen, I mean, I probably have that stuff in my basement right now.
You probably do.
I have buckets of like wires and cables.
I know. Jason's good for a cable anytime you need one.
So I can tell you what the cable is.
Yeah. So, what was I saying?
I don't know. Your fancy Apple Watch.
Oh, I know. I don't know what I was saying before that, but
you got the COVID.
You think I got the COVID?
I think you do.
Man,
you don't look good.
Honestly, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
I've been. I'll be cold, like so cold.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'll like I don't even know when it happened. I'm drenched in sweat. You know what I mean? There's no progression to it, you know? And Erica keeps on looking at me saying like, you.
I know that look.
You do not look good, you know? I'm like, what? You know? Is it because I'm naked? And she's like, yes, and we're in public.
That too.
You need to go back. What?
Put some clothes on.
That's another side effect of this sickness, spontaneous nudity. So,
I've had it for years then.
Spontaneous nudity.
That only happens when you drink, though. Yeah. That's a whole separate issue.
So anyway, no, I don't feel right.
Yeah. Okay, Apple Watch.
It's not the Apple Watch. I was looking at my Apple Watch. I was going for a walk the other day.
Yeah.
And I realized, and I'll bet you're the same way.
You found another cheesecake.
I love, well, listen, always. I love a 15-second or less interaction with the person that's like bing, bang, boom. I say something funny and I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like I'm walking the dog and this lady, she's walking out of bingo. And don't get me started. I mean, don't get me started.
Up down the street for that.
Listen, bingo in Marion, Ohio is a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm stopping myself from saying more. Yeah. So this lady's walking out of the bingo hall and she's getting into her van, and I'm walking Boomer, and she goes, "Oh, you're so pretty." And then she said something like, "I'll bet you just get spoiled, don't you?" You know?
Yeah, I do.
And I was like, "Yeah, you know it," you know. and then she looked at me. I was like, "Oh, you're talking to the dog," you know. And she was like, "Ow," you know. And I was like, "See you later." And it was such a great moment. Yeah. I don't need to know what's going on in her life. I don't need to have another interaction with her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to know that her and her daughter are estranged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't, it's just, we had this great, I made her laugh.
She's going to go home to an alcoholic husband who's going to beat her.
I don't need to know any of that. I just need to know that we had a great little interaction right there. I don't know. I'm tired, man. I haven't been able to sleep because my throat hurts. It feels like somebody's sticking a lightsaber down my throat. Ooh. So wake up from the pain. So
I kind of hope, I hope it's not the strep because I don't want to get it.
Is the strep, is that communicable?
I don't even know. How'd you get it?
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. You're the only one I know that gets strep.
My son has been sick for 2 days.
Yeah.
And that's about the time frame that he last interacted with you. So
2 days ago?
2 days.
That would have been yesterday, right?
2 days ago, that would have been yesterday.
No, I'm saying like
2 days ago.
I saw
that would have been
him yesterday. I don't think I saw him 2 days ago. All I know is I went to bed Sunday night and felt like garbage when I was going. Like the last hour or two before bed, I was like, "Why am I freezing cold?"
Yeah,
you know. And then I've been off since. So.
Okay. Well, if it's the Rona, I kind of hope I get it because I just want the antibodies.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with if it's the Rona. I can live with that.
Okay, so there's a new study. Is there more to your story?
No, I just love a short interaction.
Yeah, I avoid it because I usually walk around with earbuds, and so I actively try not to talk to people.
Yeah,
because I don't want to. Like I'll do the wave and I'll do that.
Sure.
But sometimes people say something to me as I'm passing, and I do. I head nod or something.
Well, as they're talking, but you don't know what they're saying.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
they could say like,
hey, there's a guy behind you with a gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your fly is undone.
Can I add on to Dan's story?
Or go. Well, I mean, it better be good.
Can I chew ice while he tells the story?
Go for it.
So I had one of these interactions. I was on the other end of it, and I don't know if the guy was intentionally doing it or if he has some mental issues. I was in a Goodwill, as I do, and I'm walking around, and I hear this guy talking. He's like a couple feet from me. I look, and I was like, "Oh, he's not talking to me. He must be on the phone, like having an earpiece in." And he just keeps getting louder and louder, and he starts saying the same thing over and over again. And what's with all the downloads? Just like that. What's with all the downloads? I'm like, what is this guy doing? So I finally kind of walk past him, and he's in the middle of saying, "What's with all the downloads?" And he finger gun winks at me and keeps walking.
I like this guy.
And then he just keeps going into his, "What's with all the downloads?"
He's just repeating it over and over.
It's his catchphrase. You know, it's his "what you talking about," listen, Willis.
Everyone in Goodwill hears this guy. "What's with all the downloads?" And then he does the quick finger gun wink and then keeps going.
I like this guy.
I was so thrown off. It was great.
I might start doing that.
What's with all the downloads? Tell the megabit story. I know that this isn't that funny.
I actually don't know. I know it's a Matt Neff story. I mean, do you know the details of it? I mean, I could probably come close.
So,
Matt's like you. Matt sells stuff online.
Oh, okay.
No.
And so he's at this story is so funny. So, and it's funnier when Matt tells it, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's at a store, and there's like a computer there for sale.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like a Goodwill, kind of a secondhand thrift store. I don't know, something like that.
I thought someone was buying something from him.
Maybe he had like
he was selling.
Maybe it was like a yard sale or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's just the line. It's just the phrase that the guy says. Yeah. Where the guy looks at it's a computer.
Yeah.
And there's a computer, and he looks over. He's like, "Hey man, how many megabits this thing got?"
Like, sir, that's not a thing. How many megabits this thing's got? He's acting like he knows.
Oh man, that just gosh, that is so funny to me.
7.
Oh man, 7 megabits.
It got 7 megabits.
What?
That's that's 3 times as many.
I was looking for 3, maybe 4, and you tell me 7 megabits.
7 megabits.
This thing got. Hey, Steve, this thing got 7 megabits over here. So I'm not feeling like myself today. Why don't I just tell a story that I probably wouldn't tell? Can I tell a story I probably wouldn't tell if I was in my better mind?
Yeah.
And I just said Matt's story. Matt Maple story. Wow. A lot of things are happening right now. Matt Neff.
Yeah.
So Matt Neff and
one of my top 50 favorite people.
I'm a big Matt Neff fan.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a bigger Matt. Well, it probably will. But I'm a big Matt Neff fan. I like
He's in my top 50 for sure.
I love him.
Yeah.
So trying to think about the best way to tell the story. So I'm at a service call. Okay.
Yeah.
And Matt and I are there at this service call together. We're here to fix this piece of machinery. It's an ATM. Matt owns an ATM business.
Yeah.
So so we're here to fix this ATM, and it's broken. And we show up at the liquor store, which 9 times out of 10, an ATM is going to be at like a liquor store or something like that.
Yeah.
And the guy that owns it is, I believe, Vietnamese. I believe he's Vietnamese, which, you know what? Good for him. You know, Americans starting businesses, moving here, whatever. I got no problem with it. I got nothing against the Vietnamese.
I don't know why you're making a big deal about the Vietnamese.
I'm not done with the story.
Okay.
So,
he's North.
What?
Was he North Vietnamese?
Which is the good one? I know which is the bad Korean.
I think it's the same. I think North Korea or North Vietnam.
It's ironic because it's the opposite with America. North America is good. South America, bad. So, no, that's right. 4 legs, good. So anyway,
Animal Farm. I know the reference.
Yeah, so I'm talking to the guy, and the guy's getting upset because he doesn't know who we are. Can we get into his ATM? All this sort of stuff. So we call the manager, the guy that he knows. That guy's name is Brian. So we call
Brian, not Vietnamese.
No, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
He might have fought in the war of Vietnam, for all I know, but I'm not sure. Against him. They might be mortal enemies. So I said, I'll call Brian and I'll talk to him. So I call Brian, but so everything turned out okay. But what we thought would be funny is if I called the guy, right? So I'm sitting here and you're, what's a Vietnamese name? I don't know what a
Ching Chong.
We said, we can't post this show, can we? We're not. You know what? It's like all this fake racism. It just needs to, you know what I mean? Like, can we just joke about stuff?
Ching Chong, I think that's like a legit Chinese name.
Okay.
Oh, he's Vietnamese.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bing Fong.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So let's just call him Fong.
Fong.
Fong. F-O-N-G. Fong.
Okay. So you're Fong. And
nice to meet you.
And I'm me. And so we just thought it would be really funny if I called and I was like, I'm gonna call Brian right now. Okay. So you just sit there. I'm gonna call Brian. I'm gonna talk to him so I can work on your ATM. You understand, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason you turned into a Swedish girl.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So I'm like, hey Brian, and you do that thing when you're talking to somebody on the phone, but then somebody else is there, and you give them that thing, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know that look, like, hey Brian, you know what I mean? Hey Brian, so I'm here with Fong at ABC Liquor. Yeah. Anyway, so we need to work on his ATM machine. And when I asked him if I could, he was like, work on my ATM machine. And so we were kind of like, I don't know what I should do, because he seemed pretty upset about it. But then we asked him again. He said, I know Brian. You talk to Brian. And so anyway, Brian, that's why I'm calling you now, was to find out if it's okay if we work on the ATM machine,
Yeah.
And we just thought that would be really funny. And when we worked that out, we laughed so hard in the car, like so hard in the car. So I don't know. That's just always been a story that I like.
What was the reaction? So second most popular Vietnamese name is Hung.
Oh, that's pretty close to Fong.
What was the reaction from the Vietnamese guy?
Oh, he didn't do
I
that.
didn't do it. I didn't do it.
No, he wanted to.
I wanted to do it. Yeah.
See, my dumb butt would have done it.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I just think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Just to get, she go even wider and it's like, hey, Brian, this is Dan. So anyway, I'm working here on the ATM.
Remember that Vietnamese guy?
Yeah. So I'm here at ABC Liquor. And of course, he was upset. And, he was like, you know what on my ATM? So anyway, I was just wondering, so.
Would it be appropriate?
And I'm doing this. So I don't think that's, is that racist?
No, it's not racist.
What is racist?
I don't even know.
Everything.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
don't want to own him. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be racist.
No, that's slavery.
Oh.
You don't have to be racist to be a slave owner.
You're an equal opportunist when it comes to slavery.
I mean, so you could be
you can be own anybody. Anybody can be a slave owner. Racist or not a racist.
Yes.
You can be a slave owner.
You can be a slave owner.
But I'm not racist. It doesn't matter.
Anybody, all you have to do is own someone.
I got married.
You can. I mean, you're a slave.
You're the slave.
She's the owner.
Yeah. Okay, I got multiple things here. So some of this is going to have to carry over. There's this new study came out. It claims that if you eat one hot dog, it reduces your life by 36 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Jesse,
36 minutes.
36 minutes. But if you consume a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it increases a person's life by 33 minutes.
I don't believe that.
I'm going to outlive you.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich
increases? So increases by 30.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is not good for you. It's sugar.
Carbs and sugar. It's awful.
I'm just telling you what the study shows. That people who eat peanut butter and jelly outlive people who eat hot dogs.
Who did this study? Was it Jif?
Listen,
Jeff?
Have you had a Jif hot dog, though? There's a right way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And there's a wrong way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
You lightly toast the bread. I don't need to be toasted, but you lightly toast the bread.
Wait. Are you doing white or are you doing wheat?
I want the wheat that has stuff in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like seeds and
12,
whatnot. Yeah. The grains. You know what I mean? I want it to be a dense bread.
Yeah.
And then don't cheap out on the peanut butter. You get the good peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then you
chunky or smooth?
Chunky. You put it on thick. Equal parts. Now, I don't want jelly. I want a jam. I want chunks of strawberries in that thing. You know what I mean? I want equal parts. Cut it diagonally with a tall glass of cold milk.
Do you cut the crust off?
No, I'm not a child.
Oh, yeah. I like doing bread, peanut butter, bread, jelly, bread.
It's like a
Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Big Mac of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It's a PBJ Big Mac.
Yeah. I do it for Gus all the time. He loves it.
So what is it? Peanut butter bread, jelly bread?
Yeah. Basically a piece of bread in the middle.
So you're separating the peanut butter and the jelly with bread?
With one piece of bread, but you can lay the stuff on extra thick.
Yeah.
Because it contains it more.
Because it won't run.
That's the problem. So when you do peanut butter and jelly and put them together, they run. So if you do peanut butter thick and then bread, you can lay a thick line of jelly before the other layer of bread. Listen.
A thick line of jelly is also not a bad name for the episode.
That thick line of jelly.
I like doing a thick line of jelly.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't like doing a thick line of jelly?
I mean, if I could.
What am I going to do? A thin line of jelly?
No, I'm going to do a thick line of jelly.
I'm going to do a thick line of jelly.
I do a thick line of jelly every day.
All day.
All day, every day.
All right.
Thick line of jelly. What do you got?
What do I got? Well,
I got more things.
Well, at some point we're going to have to do the Netflix suggestion of the week.
Okay, let's do that real quick.
Netflix Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, or maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe Amazon Prime or something like that, like YouTube. Or we don't want to put a box around what you watch, so you never know.
30 seconds ago, he goes, "I'm not a child," as he's playing with the doll.
Sir Mix-a-Lot would not be a fan of Yoda.
I don't understand the reference.
He's the one that wrote "Baby Got Back." That thing has no butt.
So someone dropped this off in the studio.
It just showed up, and
I don't know where it came from.
And it's great. I mean, it's very realistic,
lifelike.
Mm-hmm. You think he's that size? He's a little bigger than that.
He's bigger than that. He's like 3 foot.
Yeah, I guess
3 foot tall. So someone left a Yoda here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who did it?
I might know who did it.
Who did it?
I 100% know. It was Savannah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
tell her thank you.
Yeah, I just.
Do we have to give it back?
No. Fun fact: I actually sold that once and couldn't figure out how to ship it, and then decided not to sell it again.
Nice.
Well, Jesse, you put it in a box.
It was in my early days.
Okay. I was going to say. All right. I mean, it's not like okay. I love it. I mean, I absolutely love it.
Savannah was thrilled that she put it in here. She told me to go. Oh, go look at what I put in there. And I was like, what?
And it's nice next to Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Although Baby Yoda's a little bigger, but yeah.
It's very cool. Thanks, Savannah.
Thank you.
Okay, so my Netflix suggestion is I watched it with Harrison 2 nights ago. A Knight's Tale.
Oh.
Featuring Heath Ledger. Mm-hmm. And it was a solid movie.
Boys are back in town. Yeah. Boys are back in town.
Boys are back. Boys are back. Harrison sat through the whole thing. And that's an accomplishment.
You have been weighed and you have been found wanting. And then in the outtakes, did you watch the
Actually,
outtakes?
we didn't watch the outtakes.
You gotta watch the credits. There's like a whole scene where the guy keeps on farting or something, and it's really funny.
We didn't. We got to go back and watch it.
It's really funny.
A lot of times I'll start like an older movie like that. Mm-hmm. He makes about 15, 20 minutes and he's gone.
No, we watched that with the I think the older two, maybe about a year and a half ago.
It's
and it
actually
kept them
on Netflix right now.
Okay.
So it's solid. It's a solid B+ movie.
It's a fine movie. It's a little dated. Well,
it's a 90s. I wasn't going to say chick flick. I mean, it's
got a chick flick element.
It has a chick flick element. I think it's
Angel. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine movie.
The music's good.
Yeah. What is your Netflix suggestion?
My Netflix suggestion? Yeah. Well, I've been watching Great British Baking Show now, so that's my Netflix suggestion of the week.
Did you watch both week 1 and 2?
I've watched both.
Was I right about week 1 getting rid of that guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
With the glasses, he's not going anywhere.
The first time I saw him, I was like, this guy.
Yeah,
but then there were some other people that were not great too.
That's what I said. You said that whoever you talked to said this is loaded with good people. I'm like, I think the
cream of the crop. I think there are 3 people,
Jurgen,
who could have won it last year.
Jurgen.
So, in my defense, 10 minutes into the episode, I told Erica and the kids, Jurgen is my guy.
Yeah,
I like Jurgen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so special. I don't know how I keep on winning, but I'm so crazy. I keep on winning Star Baker.
Why did they let a German in a British bake-off?
And Giuseppe is awesome.
Yeah,
I love Giuseppe. I love
He's
Jurgen.
Basically Luigi.
Yeah. So yeah,
you got Luigi and a German. Yeah,
and
in the British Bake Off,
I figure the top 3 are Jurgen, Giuseppe, and I don't know the girl's name. She's like Indian.
Yeah, that's one I like.
Yeah, I feel like those are the top 3.
Yeah,
right now.
She was the one that I'm rooting for. Now I like Jurgen. He's fine.
Oh, I'm definitely rooting for Jurgen. I want it to come down to Jurgen and Giuseppe.
No, what's weird about that show? Well, there's a lot of things weird about that show. But the contestants, the people that they get. Does it seem as though it's a true representation of what England would be.
No, that's not what they're trying to do. They're trying to be as diverse as they can be.
Well, see, that's the thing.
And now they're at the point where like, well, we have to put on white people, but let's put on white people from other countries.
Yeah, that's the.
And then we'll have one stock old British person, which is now the one old British lady that almost got kicked off last week.
The one that looks like Peru.
Yeah.
Oh. She's not gonna make it.
She'll make it through a few more weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, there are 4 or 5 people that need to get kicked off at any time right now. But I feel like the top 4, the one girl who I would think you would like because she kind of has that way of talking about.
Oh, no, she's a Valley girl. She's a British
You
Valley
don't like
girl.
her.
No, not
I thought
at
you
all.
would like her.
No.
I don't like her because she's vegan.
Oh,
Well, that too. No, I don't like her. I
And I'm
can't
like,
stand the Valley
if you
girl.
keep on insisting on cooking vegan, you're not going to win. Now, if this was, I'm sure your things are very good for being vegan. I'm sure they're great.
Well, I think she won the technical challenge on the one.
Yes, but she couldn't do that vegan.
But see, that's the thing. It wasn't
Yes.
her vegan stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah. No, it's.
If she
I
could
like it.
ditch
Now,
the whole vegan thing, I think she might have a chance to win. But as long as she insists on being
she's
vegan,
very young.
very young.
I think you need some experience.
It's crazy. I keep on winning Star Baker.
See, Jurgen has some experience. He's got some age to him.
Comes out with that windmill last week. It was like, what the heck is this, man?
Was that the biscuit week? That was a cake week. That was
week.
biscuit week. Now, biscuits, we talked about this pre-show. Not what you think biscuits are.
No, the first time I watched the Great British Baking Show was probably, well, I don't know how many seasons are there.
10 years ago or
Yeah,
something.
I don't know, 10 years ago. And week 1 was cake week. And I was like, okay, cakes. I got that.
Cakes are great, yeah.
Big cakes, small cakes, round cakes, red cakes,
Birthday
blue
cakes, wedding cakes.
Yeah, all sorts of cakes.
Yeah.
I know what a cake is.
Red velvet cake is my personal favorite.
And then it was biscuit week. And I was like, huh. Okay, so
how many times can you do biscuits?
They're going to do biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
an obvious.
And then after that, what else? What else is there?
Yeah.
Turns out,
biscuit is not a biscuit.
yeah,
Biscuit is
like
a cookie.
It's like a crumpet.
You have to know what cricket is to know what a crumpet is.
Hey, is this a Jose Canseco bat?
Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
You don't know what that is.
You're so uncultured, an uncultured swine.
yeah.
Jeez. Anybody our age knows that. Do you know that? Ninja Turtles movie, the original Ninja Turtles movie.
He's an old soul.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, British biscuits are American cookies.
Yeah, so
now a lot of times there's like shortbread, there's ginger.
I
snaps,
still want to eat all
stuff
of
like
it.
that.
I feel like they should do an American week in which they make apple pie and chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, the Americans do a lot of stuff with peanut butter.
Yeah,
The Brits don't.
The Brits like cardamom,
I don't even know what that is. The other thing the Brits like, the
rose.
I was floral things.
Yes,
rose and
every time someone ever puts rose in something, they're like, it's just that I understand why you put rose in it, but it's just I just can taste the rose. So if you could have put rose in it without tasting it, it would have been like that's always it's like the rose just comes through.
like rose and lavender.
Like, yeah, but
it's
don't
like all
put
these
it in
floral
there.
things. Yeah, the floral things do not need to be. No, we don't need that. What I really want to see is 6 Americans and 6 Brits in the same tent and have a bake-off. I think that would be tremendous.
Well, I mean, there's a bigger pool of people to choose from in America, but
I just
so
want
we'd
to
have that advantage. But it's just a different kind of baking, though, altogether. Who gets to decide?
Well, I think there's 3 challenges, and you have an American style something and a British style something. And then a technical
But no
thing.
Germans should be allowed because they'll win.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Germans are amazing.
Oh, come on. Germans?
You talking about Germans?
Okay, we're running out of time. So I'm going to go with, do you have other stuff?
No.
I didn't think so. Could you fight and beat
Jesse.
a 1-foot alligator?
Yeah.
1 foot, like tail to tooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
1 foot.
Yeah.
Fight and beat.
Yes.
And it's trying to fight me.
Yes.
Like it wants to kill me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you fight and beat a 2-foot alligator? Jesse says yes.
Yes.
So you're talking.
Am I in
like
the
that.
water? Where am I?
You get to choose.
Okay.
So land.
Land.
You don't want to fight one in water, right? Although you could just probably pick it up.
Still, it could squirm out. I mean, it's all muscle, that thing. Yeah, I want to be on the land.
Okay.
So I could get on top of it.
Yeah. Because once you pinch down, snap it. No, I think once you pinch it down, there's no strength to open it.
Yes, it can. You can keep it shut with like masking tape.
Yes.
Very strong downward muscles, not a lot to go up.
Yeah. So 2 foot.
Yeah.
I want to see where the line is. 3 foot.
Yeah. I mean, we're starting to get there, you know? I mean, I probably could.
4 foot.
I'm in it, yes.
A 4 foot alligator. That's a lot of teeth and muscles.
Michaela's probably, how tall is Michaela?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Michaela's probably about 4 foot.
Yeah.
So an alligator the size of Michaela.
Mm-hmm.
You think you could beat that?
And it wants to kill me?
It wants to kill you.
Uh-huh. Is it hungry?
Yes, very.
Okay. Do I see it coming?
Yes. I mean, let's like you're in the octagon.
Are people watching?
Yes. TV cameras too.
TV cameras?
Yeah.
Is there a prize?
Yes.
What's the prize?
You get to eat it, or it gets to eat you.
Who cooks it?
Winner's choice.
Can I have Gordon Ramsay cook the alligator?
Yes. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay, by the way.
Great.
I learned how to cook scrambled eggs from him.
Yeah, me too.
Have you ever cooked a poached egg?
You know, it's just something I'm just waiting. It's something I've always wanted to do.
I want to do it so bad.
Yeah.
Well, I know how. It's not an issue of that.
Trust me, I know how.
Like I know how to poach an egg.
Uh-huh.
I just have never done it. 5 foot.
Yes.
You could not beat up. You couldn't beat up a kid in high school.
My
You're going
record
to beat a
is
5 foot alligator? I don't think so.
my record is 0-1-1.
You have a losing record.
I do.
Against people. This is a 5 foot alligator.
Yes, but alligators' brains are very small, and I've watched so much Steve
You're going to outthink
Irwin.
this alligator.
Absolutely, dude. You just have to get on top of it. My son could take a 4 foot alligator, and he's 5.
I don't know.
Yep.
I think they're much more lethal than what you realize.
Nah.
Well, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Sit, boo, sit. Good dog.
I have spoken.
Let's go, Brandon.